Before the wars, before the borders and the bloodshed, Palestine was a thriving land. Muslims, Christians, and Jews lived side by side. Farmers, traders, poets, and dreamers. This is the story of how that world was torn apart. For centuries, Palestine was part of the Ottoman Empire, a multicultural region where people of different faiths coexisted. Meanwhile, in Europe, Jewish communities faced brutal discrimination and violence. Out of that pain, a political movement called Zionism was born, seeking a homeland for Jews and setting sights on Palestine. In 1917, the British Empire issued the Balfour Declaration, promising support for a Jewish homeland in Palestine, a promise made without consulting the land's native Arab population. Over the next decades, waves of Jewish immigrants arrived. Palestinians watched as their land was increasingly taken over, often through purchases backed by powerful European organizations. Tensions rose, leading to revolts, protests, and bloodshed. After the unimaginable horrors of the Holocaust, the world's sympathy turned heavily toward the Jewish people. But instead of finding justice for Jews without harming others, the world looked away as Palestinians paid the price. In 1947, the United Nations proposed splitting Palestine into two states, giving 55% of the land to the Jewish minority, even though they owned only 7% of it at the time. Palestinians rejected the plan. Would you accept strangers dividing your home without your consent? In 1948, Zionist militias launched military campaigns to seize even more land than the UN offered. Hundreds of Palestinian villages were erased. 750,000 Palestinians, men, women, children, were forced to flee in terror. They call it the Nakba, the catastrophe. But the Nakba was not the end. In 1967, Israel launched the Six-Day War, capturing the West Bank, Gaza Strip, and East Jerusalem, occupying the last remaining Palestinian lands. Today, Israeli settlements continue to expand illegally across the West Bank, protected by military force. In Gaza, 2 million Palestinians live trapped under an air, land, and sea blockade, in what many call the world's largest open-air prison. Palestinians live under daily humiliation, checkpoints, military raids, home demolitions, and targeted killings. They are asked to negotiate while their land is stolen, their leaders are killed, and their children grow up under occupation. Again and again, international laws, UN resolutions, and human rights reports have condemned Israeli actions. Yet justice is delayed or denied. And yet, Palestinians endure. Through poetry, resistance, and steadfastness, sumud, they refuse to be erased. So who is right? Who is wrong? History is clear. Palestinians are a people dispossessed, not by fate, but by force. Their homes were taken, their lands were occupied, their dreams were shattered again and again. And yet, they still rise, not because they are stronger than tanks, but because justice lives in their hearts. Supporting Palestine is not about hating anyone. It's about standing for truth, for dignity, for